Hello everyone, this is Bagatu and welcome back to the Mythic Minecraft server. Today I'm just in the creative world, which is a rarity. I'm doing Brioche's build battle. Well, I did, whatever, past tense audio. So today this is my first little attempt at it. I've created a little train station so far. Yeah, as you can see, I've marked out the basic idea of where I want to be. Just a railway station, very simple. I haven't made it very detailed. We've only got 10 days to do this, so I've obviously planned something small to hope that everyone who goes for big all-out things runs out of time. However, some people are just dedicating hours and hours every day, so that's a bit of a vain hope, I think. Anyway, yeah, so this is my railway design, as you see. It's one I've used kind of forever, and then very basic train station. I don't like the spruce wood, so I've used the dark oak strip. I don't know why the spruce, it's got like a weird orangey tinge in vanilla. But yeah, so it's just a matter of me touching up things, and then I've got to figure out the interior. I'm really terrible at interiors, so that'll be a load of fun. I've also done a little bit of terraforming here and there. I kind of can't think of another texture to throw in here, maybe even orange concrete. But yeah, like I was initially planning on throwing in sand, but sand is just too bright, I find. So I'm just going to see if I can figure that out, this terraforming. And I've also started on this little church in the back here. And I guess we can just go into a time lapse of me making that happen. So I was born in a church because a lot of Western towns, they're pretty religious in general, and also Western movies, you always see there's a church that tends to get burnt down actually, but a church nonetheless. So I kind of modeled this on the little 1940s church or 1930s church that we've got down the road. So it's like a little bit of cladding at the bottom, which I demonstrated with the acacia, and then I tried to make the quartz pillars look like weatherboard, which actually I think they kind of do. So I think this actually worked out pretty well. And then it was ages of just figuring out how to get the bell to work, which was a bit inconvenient and time consuming, and getting like a nice bell tower. And then it was all to dealing with the interior. So I'm really terrible at interiors, and that's always the thing that lets me down. So I just put in a little altar, some chair pews, whatever they're called, and yeah, that was all there was to it. So yeah, and then also before that, I detailed the outside, as you can see, saw a moment ago, all the little windows. I used glass panes for the cross because I think it actually works quite well. But yeah, I was hoping to have arch windows, but I didn't realize just how small I'd made a build. But you know, that was the aim. I was trying to keep it all pretty small and convenient and close. Once I was done with all that and had that all intact, I started building a little cliff. So that was kind of my terraforming thing. I was going to actually build the church up about 3 blocks higher, but then I just didn't, which was a bit dumb. So I lose marks instantly for terraforming there, which is kind of annoying. But that was kind of like a little vain, almost token effort to really at least somewhat meet the terraforming criteria. Otherwise, it was just going to be making sure I mixed terrain and in corners and stuff had a bit of a build up of stuff and a bit of build up of sand against the buildings. And then it was onto the water tower. So that was, I just thought was a nice little nook in the corner there. So once I got the foundations of my cliff face, I just built this little water tower. I was just trying to make sure that it kind of looked somewhat realistic and lined up nicely. And then, yeah, it was just next to the railway track. It was something realistic and convenient. Once this was all done, I just completed the wall, built up all the cliff face, made sure I sort of made it somewhat more like in the Minecraft realism. There's a sort of mixes of pink and some other different terracottas. I forgot to put in yellow, which was a bit of a mistake, but other than that, it's all right. And then just as I was completing this, unfortunately, they decided to extend the event. Now, I had gone into this event knowing it was a 10-day event, and I was quite happy with that because I knew that based on the dates, I'd be able to squeeze in maybe 8 hours of work if I was really pushing it on the build. And that meant that amongst the less dedicated people, I'd comfortably have enough time, and against some of the less skilled builders, I'd also do well. But then unfortunately, I'd planned out my building as a sort of 10-day build, and then they decided to extend it. So yeah, I plan on this house, hotel that I'm making here, tap room, and a few bedrooms and stuff. That was kind of going to be the main building. I was going to detail a bit more than I ended up doing. But that was kind of the thing. It was going to be like, 6 small buildings. It was just going to be a nice, quaint little Western town. And I mean, the Western build style really lends itself to a quick build. But yeah, unfortunately, they decided to extend it, which was really irritating. Because yeah, I planned for that, and I was hoping that the good builders would get a nice build and whatever. The sort of less experienced but still good builders would take on a massive project and not be able to finish it in the 10 days, and the crappy builders would just not get around to it. And so I'd actually maybe have a chance. I thought that was possible, but then all these builders who'd taken on projects that are impossible to finish were actually suddenly given an extra 2 weeks, which was really unfortunate and kind of totally threw me out of contention. But it was still a fun chance to do some building. And because of that, I'm not really that mad, but I wasn't going for the win. I was going into the challenge as having fun building and maybe compete, maybe even place. But I mean, it was just whatever. I mean, adding extra time meant that there were many more finished builds, and it was all in much nicer thing. And you see the 10 builds, the link will be down in the description, that won it. They are exceptional builds, and actually I think 2 of them were actually already done in the 10 days, or maybe even 3 of them. So there was no chance against any of them anyway. And then some were just done later because there was the extension. But yeah, 10 days is not a lot of time, so but adding that, I guess, makes it a much better competition, much more competitive amongst the excellent builders of the server. So yeah, I mean, again, check out the video. I think it's Althea who created it. Anyway, it'll be down in the description because you'll see 10 epic builds, and also do /warp build battle to get to the builds. And in the background here, you're seeing me just showing you around this little intermezzo. So I've just been doing a bit of tidying up, just detailing. I've put some random crates and stuff by the railway line. Also, I've built a little general store here, and yeah, it's just a little thing, quite quaint. And yeah, so this is all just for the fun of it. And yeah, and it was at this point that I was going to build a little decorative fountain in the middle, just something small, and I was going to just have a wither shape in it, just homage to Minecraft Wither. Turns out you can actually spawn withers in creative, so that was scary for everyone involved. Actually, as you can see in the background here, literally everything was, you can't light fire, you can't place saplings, you can't spawn mobs. Literally everything is disabled, so very much took me by surprise when suddenly a wither appeared in front of me. And yeah, gave me an absolute heart attack, and yeah, I was very unprepared for that. Didn't have any means of killing it, and didn't even think to trap it for 30 seconds. But yeah, from then on, we just went back to our building. So the last 2 little details were I built a little blacksmith here, which is quite quaint. I just thought, always need a blacksmith in the town, just a little armourer person, which is good. Yeah, so I just quickly made that up just in this back corner. I originally put in a bank here, but I just didn't get the vibe that I needed a bank there. And then, yeah, so as you can see, I put in a bit of redstone to just quickly make it so that if you stood on the pressure plate, the furnaces would start burning, which I thought would be cool to the judges. It's just a little passing detail. So, yeah, I found that quite cool, but I don't know if they even noticed or cared about it. But yeah, so that was pretty much all there was to it. Then there's some animal pens as well, just by the yard. So, for the sheep, the cows, the whatever livestock they had, horses. I think I even labelled them. But yeah, that's pretty much all there was to it, and that was my build. In the end, this is pretty much how I left my build. I was planning on tidying up a few details and stuff, but I really just didn't get around to it. Oh, I added a bit more to the train station after this, I think, but that's about it. So yeah, the results you can check down in the description. There's a link to the video. But yeah, I must admit, Kryptonite's build was absolutely exceptional and definitely deserved to win his Seams of Ruins, which, I mean, does lend itself to the large scale builds, but yeah, he took on a massive build and he pulled it off beautifully. I mean, I do think Master Rainboom also should have been up there either second or first as opposed to third, but for the most part, I completely agree with all the rankings, and I think I ended up on 17th or something, which isn't actually terrible. as I'm a pretty amateur builder. I ended up, I think, spending 6 hours on this, or 5.5 hours. Yeah, 5.5 hours looking at the footage. So, a long time, but, it was worth it. So, yeah, it's pretty exceptional. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and if you do want more content and stuff, please subscribe, like the video, etc. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.